here are some belts. Now, I ordered from eBay, and this is Deck Tech Precision Drive Belt Kit. So this is for the F800, but I noticed the belt in here wasn't flat like this one. So in the picture on eBay, the listing, it shows two belts basically that look similar. So I just got onto them and said, and they kindly sent out another pack with two belts in there. So hopefully that's everything I need. Right, let's get the lid off this. So I've had it in the garage while I've been waiting for the belts to arrive. I've even kept my screws somewhere nice and safe. So move those out the way. Do I have a go at doing this in situ, or is it quite straightforward to remove that whole assembly? Looks like it might be 4 screws, so there's one here, and then one down here, and another one down here, but there is cabling kind of involved. That's the whole lot. Oh, that's a bit brittle. Won't connect to there. It shouldn't matter, but it did crack slightly. Okay, let's see. Let's get enough of this kind of out. Excellent. Managed to get a bit of belt on me already. It's going to be a messy job, I think. Taking it out is just better access. Kind of get right in there. Yeah, the idea is obviously try not to get too messy with this. The other good thing about doing it like this is you're not going to wrest things and scratch things about. So in theory, this should be the best way to do this belt change. Okay, so that's the long one in there. And we've got another. Standard size. It's just a long one on this side. So we got a little bit about on there, on the motor, and obviously on these. just realised I obviously need to do under here as well. So let's see if this does come off. Alright. So there's a spring there. And it's all in there on that one. So not quite there yet. I'll put that spring over there. Time to get the mats on. The one is smaller than the other. Should we see what size they are? You might not see this because there's that picture. To be around 12 centimetres, so 24 centimetres circumference. This one is 11, so a centimetre less. So that's 22 circumference, 22 centimetres. So that's the smaller one, which I guess is the one that goes on first. I thought I cleaned my hands up, they seem messy again. Ooh. Too many coffees already this morning. That'll just get into position when it starts moving around. How did I manage to get my hands so messy again? It's probably all over the wires, isn't it? Alright, and then this one will be on there, so we do need to get this kind of in place again. Okay, so it's definitely easier to do that like that. Oh, there's a washer. I thought I did that. Okay, and I took that off. So I'm going to have to do that again. There's probably a washer on the other side of that spring. There's one here. Bet you that was in there. Right, something's come off. I'll have a look at that in a minute. It looks like this one. So switch that side. So it comes up like this. There's a washer on that one, but not on that one. I've only just noticed that. Or because that one's the inner one, maybe that one doesn't need it. So I've got to put a tie around there. Cable tie. Let's just see if we've got any motion. The screen's not working. After a quick Google, I read that you can get cold solder joints on this display, and my fingers are actually on the back panel now, just applying a little bit of pressure. So this unit does seem to suffer, there you go, from the same problem. And probably me taking things apart has caused it to do this. So there seems to be some obvious dry solder joints along here. So if you look at this under my finger, there's a row, isn't there? A long row going all the way across. Now this end does seem to have some cold solder joints. So I'm just going to get my cool soldering iron onto this. That's the battery operated one. I've just done, I don't know, a handful there, just gone kind of past where it says 40 and then a little bit further on, so I don't fancy doing all of them at the moment. Just see if that's enough to get it working. Right, moment of truth. So it's got a review and a rewind. So just see if these seem to work. So it's on WC, off, WB. There's tape on there, so that's fine. That's the source, okay. Got play, repeat, off, on. Oh no, play, repeat, off, record. And then some other options here, stop, off, replay, counter reset. What do you say I do next? Should I get the lid on and try it out on the hi-fi system? That might be the best approach. Not a huge Eric Clapton fan, but it's more reliable to obviously play a proper tape than a recorded one on another device. So it does seem to be playing, but it does seem to be playing slower. So it's quite a lot slower actually. Let's listen. Well, I was thinking about putting some machine oil into where the motor spindle is, because I took the lid off and I found that this wire here was rubbing. That's the grey one. So I've just adjusted it now because it was actually rubbing against the bout, which is obviously not what you want to do. So this does sound more normal now. So I think what I need to do is get the lid back on, reassemble it, and just swap it out with my Yamaha and give it a good go. Now, if you are changing bouts and you don't have to clean anything up, it is actually a lot easier just to loosen some of the screws with everything kind of in place and then just dropping your bouts in like so. So that is actually a lot easier. Now, I've just put in a similar size bout, very similar in size, but it seems to be a little bit more elastic than the one that came in the bout pack. So it's the same size as this. But I'm going to try that and see if that makes any difference to the speed. Thank you for watching this video.
Please can you like and subscribe?